Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Was I supposed to go after that?
Oh, not bad.
Really? Thank you, man. Was that the one?
Step right up.
So here at Prime, this is how we tune both. That's a little sharp.
Yeah.
You ready?
Good to see you, buddy.
Always a pleasure. Take it.
With Grizzly coolers. I'm here to talk about the new releases that we have in the Grizzly box blind. We're really excited about the accessories that we brought out this year. Last year we brought it out as kind of a bare bones unit that had the ozone ports that I'll talk about here in just a minute. But this year we brought in a full line of accessories. What we've really tried to do with this system, is what we're calling it, is make it your all be all. As far as when you walk in here, you have everything you need, from accessories to a bow hanger ability, things for your gun, things for your shelf. We've also built in what we call a track system, and I'll show how that connects with all of our accessories and those types of things here in just a second. So the first thing to go over, we had these last year. We had our shadow shade, so it's a silhouette breaking shade. Works really well even in highlight, but you're able to just look straight out with no deer really being spooked by any of your movement or seeing you through it. So that has been very effective for guys. And what we've done is we've attached the system into the window with these loop connectors. We really looked at what the military does and the law enforcement, as far as when they're doing covert operations or anything like that, and tried to bring that technology into it. A year ago when we were at ATA, we brought the magnet system, and the magnet system was good, but what we found is that it failed in certain temperatures as the windows took on frost, and it also had just a little bit of sound that we weren't happy with. So we brought this in this year in this package. The other thing that we have is the blackout shade. So it's fully blacked out, no see-through, but we have a peephole here that's connected by a magnet, nice and easy to open and close. There. Some guys put the shadow mesh on the other side, so they have that on both sides, so they kind of double up. So that's one version. Other things to talk about on the window is that we have what's called a friction system, or a friction hinge. So this is a one-hand operation. We felt as hunters, the biggest thing that they run into is, I get here and I have to clip my window before I want to take the shot. So here we have a one-hand system. It will stay wherever you set it. It will go all the way up or halfway in that version. We called this the blind barrier. So the reason why it's a barrier, it's not only for a thin slate for weather, it gives you some insulation to the unit, but it's also a sound barrier. Lessen the sound inside and going outside, and also the temperatures. This thin slate can actually be removed from our rail system, and what we've seen into the market is there's a lot of that foam egg crate walls or sound barrier walls that are made out of a foam. Well, what happens is sometimes that foam, if you end up having a rodent that gets into your line, they chew into it and they ruin it. This allows you to take it out in the off season. It also allows you to throw it into your ozone closet, give it a wash if you needed to, and then bring that back in. So it's kind of all inclusive deal. This is the approach shelf, and it works as a system as also. It has a light padding on top that keeps everything quiet when you set it onto it, but it also has a firmness of metal on the outside. We've built in our rail system right here onto the front of that, and so anything that is built into the rail system can come right in here and be attached just like it is above. So it's all kind of inclusive. The flooring is a thick padded rubber flooring. It's obviously soft and helps on the sound as well. We looked at some of the top brands in the market on how guys are using things from bow and gun arms to camera arms and those accessories. And what we did is we brought the attachment systems that are able to attach to our rail system that are already in the market. What you're seeing here is the final rest from Fourth Arrow. So Fourth Arrow units will be working in our blind. But there's all kinds of other units out there that are going to work with our blind as well. The ozone port up here. Easily put your unit above wherever you're going to have your wild game come out, on you. It's also closed. There's closed with the same seal system from the inside, so everything is done from the inside. Comes with 4 steel frame feet, acceptors of 4x4s, so when you build your platform, it'll accept those 4x4s, and it also comes with acceptors for a forklift or a tractor to be able to lift that unit onto its platform.
Booth. I'm actually been a big fan of Klymit stuff. I've got some of their sleep pads and some of their pillows. And here's the thing: you think about going hunting, and everybody's like, "Man, I gotta have the best bow. I gotta have the best boots." But you sleep at the end of the night. Well, like, you're gonna sleep on the floor. Like, the idea of good night's rest in hunts, as you know, it changes the attitude and it keeps you going and going and going. So, came over here, was going through the list, and I saw that Klymit was going to be at the ATA show, and I'm like, that's rad. Like, I can't wait to go over there and check out the stuff. So here we are. We're going to talk about some of the products from Klymit.
Yeah, Klymit real quick. We focus on one thing only. That is sleeping outside. We have a full product line range that goes from sleeping pads to pillows to sleeping bags.
Right.
And now we've introduced shelters like tents, hammocks, etc.
It's awesome.
A few of the items that we like to focus on is number one, our static V. Our static V is our staple.
Yep.
In the picture behind you, it really denotes the V-shape pattern in the pad. What that V shape does is it allows your body to displace air away from you, yet the V drives it back to center, eliminate any pressure point. So, like you were saying, when we go hunting is all about exercise, work. I mean, you've already ground yourself to death.
Right.
Why hurt yourself at night? It's recovery time.
Exactly.
So with the Klymit brand, Static V, our pillows, etc., you're able to get a good night's rest, eliminate pressure points from whether you side sleep, back sleep, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And in that, you're going to recover, so you can go do it again the next day.
Yeah.
And that's what makes sleeping outside with the Klymit brand that much better.
Sure.
We have a wide range of pads, from standard sizes that are 23 to width, 72 tall to 30 inches wide, that are now 76 inches tall, allowing for, not to say this out loud, but we don't discriminate against tall people anymore. So, us short guys, we're good there.
Yeah, tall people matter.
Yeah,
right?
Tall people do matter.
Yep.
We've launched a few new products this year. One of those we're showcasing here at this event, which is our Drift Camp Pillow.
Yeah.
The Drift Camp Pillow is now addressing 90% of the other outdoor enthusiasts. We're no longer saying, hey, you need to have the slightest, most compact air-filled pillow.
Right.
We now have a memory foam pillow that has an outer shell to protect it from moisture, dirt, mud, whatever, grease, wherever. You can then shake the pillow down and it goes to the softer side, which gives you that great hand of a nice, soft, cool cotton feel.
Right. Well, and it's almost like the sleep by number beds. You can adjust this, and and you can actually change how full it is. Right.
And it gives you a lot of versatility, and you need that, especially when you're trying to customize your outdoor gear.
Yeah.
Today, I've had multiple people come by telling me, we're going out west.
Right.
We're going hunting. What do I need? And in that, it gives us the opportunity to discuss with them what kind of temperature, what kind of altitude, where are you going? What's your pack weight? What are your desired items that you're going to need to address what you're doing in the field?
Sure.
So with that, we go through the full line, show them the pads, the pillows, the bags, even our tent, and give them a perfect solution that helps them solve their outside needs to give them the best sleep ever. Yep. So that's really what the Klymit brand is all about.
It's awesome. Like I said, it's one of those things that, in hunting, like I said, everybody thinks about their bow or their boots or their pack, and I know so many people that have come back from hunts and they're like, I can tell you next year I'm improving my sleep pad. I'm improving my
hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep good. I got cold.
Right.
And in that,
it ruins hunts.
It ruins it.
The idea is to be out there, sleep outside, hunt outside, and be out there, stay out there longer. So really excited to be working with Klymit this year. It's going to be a game changer. So be sure to check out Klymit and all of their products. Their website's very informative. I've been to it as well.
Yep.
Tons of information on there. You have to be a real dummy to not figure out what you need on their website. So be sure to check out Klymit and appreciate your time talking to us.
Yeah, not a worry. We love it. We're excited. Let us help you sleep outside. Let us help you be comfortable so that you can go tag out or at least have an experience that you want to go do again.
Right.
Again.
Yeah, if you're not a good hunter, be comfortable while you're doing it.
Well,
either way.
I mean, the worst thing is that your firearm doesn't go off or your bowstring breaks.
Exactly.
So might as well sleep outside.
Might as well sleep good. Awesome. ATA 2020 with my people, Prime Archery. Once again, they've killed it with another bow. My man Ryan Silver is going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, this is the Black Series. So the biggest difference this year was the rotating mod on the cam. So it's a no bow press needed. It's a simple 2 screws. Take them out. Take out this back screw. You turn them on. Adjust your draw length and put the draw stop accordingly to where it needs to go. And boom, done. Next step we did was we made the riser a little bit more rigid. As you can see here, it's got a sweet little beveled edge to it. It helps with torque and reducing the torque in the bow, so you get very straight nock travel. And then, and you can also see we got a little bit of wider limb set because of our cams that went a little bit wider. So that also helps with anti-torque in the bow. So when you're holding the bow like this and you're trying to twist it back and forth, that wide platform is going to prevent you from adding any added torque to the bow. Still got the same flexes, and the center grip is king. I'm telling you, that center grip, I don't know about you,
it's
but
awesome.
with me, it reduced my pin float dramatically.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. You know, time on target is something I know you guys have talked about a lot, and until you draw your first prime, that's when you realize how fast you find your anchor and you're stable. None of this.
Nope. I don't even use my bubble anymore.
Right.
I haven't used my bubble since we did center
It's
grip.
there, right? It's comfortable. So I want to do something a little bit different. All right, I'm going to pretend I'm one of the million people that ask the same questions, and you give me your response.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good at that.
All right, here we go. Why do y'all have 4 cams on your bow?
First of all, these are not 4 cams. These are called parallel cams.
There you go.
This is a binary cam system. There's nothing scary about it.
Right.
It's the same thing. The only difference is we have 2 string tracks. 2 string tracks stop the cam from leaning too much. Because cam lean is not only hard to tune out,
Very hard.
but it also creates horizontal knock travel.
Yep.
Because that cam's got to straighten back up when you let it go. So that's what it is. It's not 4 cams, it's 2 cams that are just split right here. So you have 2 tracks. And the best analogy is that imagine a guy standing on 2 feet. Nice and stable. You stand on 1 foot, push you over.
Right. Yep.
So that's what we did. We just made it stable.
I always say, what's more stable, a motorcycle or a car?
There you
know
go.
what I mean? And
But the
same
important
with
thing to
cam.
understand is it's not 2 cams.
Correct. Yes.
It's just
a
one
dual
cam.
track
There's
cam.
nothing intimidating here.
Yep. Well, you know, the other thing that I like about this, the adjustability, I mean, let's face it, a lot of times there's bow prices go up. It's not the days of $200 bows anymore, you know what I mean? And back in the day, one of my buddies at a bow shop, he would sell bows every single year. And then the last few years, I'm like, what do you sell the most of? And he says mods.
There you go.
So the other nice thing about this, if you have a bow that you may want to resell down the road and you can't sell it because you don't have the right mods for it, here you go.
Yep. No need for mods.
Yeah.
This will cover anywhere from 25.5 up to 31 inches.
Yep.
On the Black 9, it goes all the way up to 33 inches from 27.5.
So super awesome. Once again, you know, I've been shooting Prime. Started out with the Rise. Went from the Rise to the Logic CT3.
Great bow, Rise.
Great bow. Love that bow. Actually, and the Synergy as well. I skipped right over the Synergy.
That's when we started.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So now moving on to the Black Series bow. Was very fortunate. If you guys followed along over the summer with any of the stuff that was going on out west with Prime and Tim Inslee and Sam Soholt, Jason Matzinger, and all of us, and then the hype video, the release video was super fun. Being a part, Ryan and I was there, and a bunch of guys, Casey, everybody from Prime was out there, and we got to shoot the new bow, and that's the one thing that's really cool about Prime is being a part of them and getting to be involved with what they're doing and seeing behind the scenes of what they're doing. And I don't get to see it all, but I get to see some of it. They keep a few secrets to themselves.
Yeah, we're not allowed to show you everything.
Not everything. So get to your nearest Prime dealer. If you have a bow shop that's not a Prime dealer, they need to be. Tell them that you want a Prime and have them reach out to Prime and see if they can get set up as a Prime dealer.
Hey Sean, it's Stoker Eye Stabilizers coming to you from the 2020 ATA show. We've got an exciting new lineup here with the M1 563. It's a micro diameter carbon bar. Same grade carbon in our SL line, now in a micro diameter. It's available in a black finish with any of our dampener choices that you want to have. We have it in two popular lengths. We have an 11.5 on the SS1 and a 14.5 in the SS1. And then we're also doing traditional hunting bars similar to the SL, but it's going to be an 8, an 11, and a 14. Again, it's a micro M1 series. Check it out at any of our dealers or online at www.stokereyes.com.
We're over here at Mystery Ranch, ATA Indianapolis this year, 2020. I, as you know, huge fan of Mystery Ranch packs. You guys have seen my Bino harness that I run. Everything from, I even got to use the bear spray holster this year in Canada. I didn't actually use it, but it was there. Everybody said, what are you going to do with bear spray with a bear? I want something, you know what I mean? So, nonetheless, over here at their booth, they have a ton of new stuff that they come out with this year, and we're going to go through some of it.
Yeah, thanks, man. This is the Mr. Ranch Pop-Up 38, which is like one of our new packs for 2020. We're really excited about this pack for a number of reasons. One of which is it's just a cool feature-rich bag. It's got two pockets on the lid. You pop that open. It's got a nice pocket in the front. You want to pop that buckle over there. So that pocket's really awesome. Hats, gloves, anything that you might need to get to real quick. You might even be able to fit your rattling horns in there. But what we really designed it for is to hold a spotting scope. For dudes out west, hunting mule deer, that sort of thing, just quick in and out, you're able to get to blasting spots and move real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
The bag itself is a simple top loader, but it's got this long zipper that runs down the whole side. So, if you're trying to police some stuff down the bottom of your bag, you have that option to unzip it and just go straight to it. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of the bag itself. The thing that we're really jacked about is the frame itself. So we had a pop-up previous, and it utilized tent pole technology. So you could stow those tent poles away, or you could stick it up, get that higher low lifter angle. But what we went to this year is actually trekking pole style system. And what that enables us to do is pop these levers open, and you get a fully adjustable framing system coming off the back. For sure. Does a couple things for us. A, it helps you adjust that load lifter angle, when you are packing out a heavy load. The other thing it does is it actually helps us fit a really broad range of people. With that different frame height, you can fit super tall dudes all the way down to, little tiny chicks that might be wanting to get out and go hunting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. New for this year, Pop-Up 38. It also comes in a 28-liter bag. So that's a really cool one for us.
Awesome. That's cool.
Interesting thing too is whitetail guys are starting to pick up on that as well.
For sure.
Being able to put tree stand in between the bag and the frame, hit some of those public land spots.
I was going to say public land stuff, packing out, kicking out, that kind of stuff, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody just wants to be Western.
I know, right? A couple other things that we've updated this year. We've kind of just touched a lot of our big bags. All those big bags come on that Guidelight MT frame now. So let's grab this. Primary difference between this and our old frame is this segmented waist belt. Get a shot of that in there.
Yep.
What's really cool about that segmented waist belt is it allows us to kind of dictate what foams go in where.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we kind of maintain good body contact all the way around the torso. And we don't get that gap that sits kind of like right over your left hand.
Right.
You know, and that's, you know.
I don't know what that's about. So, yeah, I do.
We all got them.
Yeah, we all do.
But yeah, you know, that's like the most important spot when it comes to load transfer. So we're making sure that you know, that belt is really doing a good job transferring that load.
Sure.
Another thing that's new this year on all of our bags is there's a buckle that attaches the frame cap together here. So now you don't have to unthread the top.
Oh,
You just undo that buckle.
Yep.
And the frame pops right out. So yeah,
That's
a little less work to get into that overload
Yep.
feature.
That's nice. And you know, that's one of the things, you know, people ask me all the time about packs. Well, so-and-so makes a pack and so-and-so makes a pack. At the end of the day, Mystery Ranch, forget the fact that they come up with all the genius stuff here. It's the backpack itself. It's the lumbar, it's the load carrying that you guys do like home run every time.
And that's kind of where we start when making backpacks is we emphasize this side of the pack, not this side. Not this side isn't important, but this is way more important.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we've all been in a situation where you're carrying a pack out halfway in, and like my traps start hurting. You know, which is awful. And if a pack, it's not. I don't care how good it is or how good it looks. If you can't carry it for a long time, or it's cumbersome, or it's bearing on your back, then it's useless.
Yeah. But getting into the details of the bag itself, one of the things that we included, this is the Marshall, updated for 2020. It's been in the line for a really long time. But we just went ahead and updated it this year. On the lid, go ahead and pop these buckles off here. Removable lid. Also comes with shoulder straps sewn in.
Oh, nice.
So that's just a really nice like go bag. If you drop your bag at camp, you know, you can use that for the day.
Or stalking.
Final approach kind of thing.
There you go.
Exactly. You know, the Marshall's kind of like more tuned for like the sheep hunter.
Sure.
So like, you know, small things like that, being able to take this off is really important.
Yep.
And another thing that the sheep hunters have been asking for is making these pockets a little bit bigger. So now they can accommodate most 85 millimeter spines.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice and big.
Makes sense.
The other thing they ask for is ice tool retention. Guys are hunting later and later in the season. You know, they're up in alpine, snowy areas. So go ahead and loop the heavy ice tool there. Run that.
There you go.
Great system. So those are kind of the few updates that we made to the Marshall for 2020. So
now on some of the other advances you guys made this year, was just some of the travel stuff, the luggage.
Oh yeah,
that's super awesome.
Yeah, you want to check that out?
Yes.
Let's see. So there you go. So the mission duffel is another thing that has existed in the line before, but we went ahead and updated it for 20. One of the big differences is we used to have the shoulder pads on the back of the bag. What we were noticing is like you get the back of the bag kind of grimy, you know, from sets down, and then you don't want to put that on your back. So we moved the shoulder pads to the front, unzip that, shoulder pads come out. And you don't have all that schmutz from the back of the bag.
Awesome.
We also put more handles on, so no matter what configuration in the trunk of your car, overhead compartments, whatever, you can grab that. Also, ID pocket with a little pull tab that helps you get that ID out. As well as the internal got a little bit more organization, a couple more pockets, that sort of thing. So, all the features that everybody loves still on there, and then we added a couple more cool bells and whistles to make that a cool piece.
Super awesome. DSLR pack, which is something really awesome. He's going to grab that. So, same as like the bino harness. You know, it's really nice to have your DSLR if you're out scouting or shed hunting or whatever. Anywhere I go, I have usually a DSLR and one lens right on me. So,
yes, that's kind of where the concept for this came from. It's just being able to do that, but with a little more protection, both from the elements, you know, and from you know, getting bashed with sticks or whatever. Main opening kind of horseshoe zips around the top, flops right open like that. And then there's a couple mounting positions on the inside.
Oh, okay.
That kind of help keep that camera from really resting on the bottom.
Exactly.
It's got a zippered pocket on the inside, great for extra memory cards.
Yep. SD cards, whatever, lens filters.
Yep. Couple pockets on the side.
Yep.
Again, lens filters, white cloth, you need those out in the field.
Exactly.
And then it's also got a front pocket here, just like the vinyl harness. It's going to give you just a couple more.
That's where your Kodak camera goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
So, yeah, cool product there. Really excited to get guys using this. In addition to those vinyl harnesses. So.
Well, and here's the deal. Be sure to check out Mystery Ranch. Check out all of the lines that they have. For me, with the Subalpine, you guys do have the licensing on the Subalpine.
Yep.
To do that in several packs. I've got it in the Pentler. I know. But everything, like the Coolie, that's a big pack for me. That I actually called Maddie. It was like, I want the Coolie for shed hunting. You know what I mean? So that was awesome. That's one of my favorite packs to run. But it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're like in the woods or in the street, on campus, you're fishing, you're a camera person, or you're lucky enough to draw a coveted sheep tag, Mystery Ranch has something for you.
Yeah, if you carry gear, we make a pack for it.
There you go. Chilling in the Crispi booth. Almost 4 years ago now, I actually picked up my first pair of Crispi Nevadas, wore them day one of the ATA, and wore them every day of the ATA, no break-in. Then finally, I actually meet the folks from Crispi and fall in love with all of their boots, get tons of questions. So my buddy Justin and I are actually going to do a little elk hunting together in September.
It'll be here before you know it.
I know. So he's going to go through some of the new stuff that they've got coming out this year.
What's up, guys? So not a whole lot new, but we do have some changes. But what is new is packing a punch. So first one's going to be the Tiva. Seems to be catching everybody's eye.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's different. We run a tool for every trade, and I think this was a tool we didn't have yet.
Right.
So it's something that's been in the work for a little bit, something we've been toying with. So really, it's going to be our version of a trail runner that's built for hunters. It's something that a lot of people are doing. They're taking something from the running world, the outdoor world, and putting it towards hunting. We've really built this for hunters.
Sure.
The main reason that's going to be is you're going to see it's a little stiffer. I'll flex that a little bit. And basically what we've done is we've put our board glass system that we build all of our boots on throughout this boot. So it's not just built on the material, the midsole and the sole. It actually has a carbon nylon weave board last in there that's going to make it stiffer. It's going to give you rigidity kind of in that toe, in the heel, and the side, which is something you lose in, say, some of your average trail runners. You step on a rock the wrong way, the boot collapses to where this is going to hold up despite being very light and agile in the top. So it's going to make this perform really well. It is the first thing we've come out with that hasn't been Gore-Tex. The big thing for that was we wanted this to be super lightweight. We wanted it to breathe very well because primary use is going to be early season. A lot of guys are going to run this thing during the summer. I've been telling everybody, honestly, what I think I'll be doing is clipping a carabiner on the back, clipping it on my packs, and this is probably going to go to my stock shoe. One thing that's been done with this too, that's new technology, is we've used this Vibram light base, and it's got this super thin outsole that's on there, really deep lugs. And really what that's done is it's cut a ton of the weight just because of how thin that outsole is. It's going to come in just this color for now. We'll see how you guys like it, and we'll go from there. But really pumped and excited about this. That's cool. So other thing that's going to be brand new, we'll step into the Wild Rock Plus. So for 19, we had the Wild Rock, which ran 400 grams of Prima Loft, which a lot of guys liked. Great late season boost. Where we were lacking was maybe kind of catering to our Midwest guys, whitetail guys, a little bit more. Guys just kind of freezing a little bit. So we're like, hey, let's step it up a notch. We've gone up to the 800 grams this year. So for the guy that wants to sit and doesn't want to have to switch over too soon to a rubber, this is perfect. I mean, that's going to be a great boot.
Well, it's still a lightweight boot. It's not big and bulky, even though, like Justin said, with 800 grams. Like, I've always equated it to car stereos.
Yeah.
Radio Shack might have had like a 1,000-watt amplifier. But Alpine's 50 watt was better.
Was better than that, right?
Exactly.
There.
So one of the things that I noticed, even like with the Nevada Legends at 200 gram, I was way warmer than like a typical 1,000 gram in somebody else's boot.
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing that you're going to get here is the Gore-Tex in here. So a lot of boots are going to run some kind of waterproofing membrane. So Gore-Tex, for those that aren't very aware of it, allow all that sweat vapor to escape.
Yeah.
So if you're really wet in there, that insulation is not going to do anything because your feet are just going to get cold.
And that's
so
what
by
happens.
allowing your feet to stay dry and have that sweat vapor come out, it allows the insulation to work, keeps your feet warm, keeps your toes warm.
So no more rubber boots that don't breathe with a ton of insulation.
Absolutely.
Your feet just sweat. That's it.
No more blisters, no more anything. So it's going to run a full grain leather, full Gore-Tex wrap. It's got the polyurethane dual density sole. So this is a boot too that a guy can take
good looking boot
on a third season, rifle hunt in Colorado as well. So
that's killer. Changes to the Thor.
So changes, that's going to be our next big changes. I'll let you hold that one.
Yep.
So our Thor, same great boot. Everybody loves this thing. What we've done is we've basically upgraded the upper material. So the upper material is actually called a PU Tech. So what it is a Cordura upper with polyurethane woven fabric on the inside that goes through it. So that's where you can kind of get the hexagon shapes that are in there. So what that's really going to do is it's going to give better durability and better protection against any kind of punctures. That's been the biggest downfall of a synthetic boot, is that it is by inherent nature not as durable as leather. This is going to help with that, and it's also going to help for guys that maybe are out west or maybe antelope hunting, which I know you're going to be doing again this year. If those guys live around cactus, so to not have to worry about cactus coming through is a really big deal.
And what's the schedule on these?
So anything new and changed is going to be April 1st. Okay. So we'll be landing this stuff around the March time frame. They'll be hitting dealers April 1st. So
there you go.
Plenty of time for you to start looking and figuring out what you want.
So basically you got the same boot, 2 different colors. And the biggest thing that I get asked questions on is people watching the video and people sending me messages is they ask me what boot should they get. And the first thing that I do is I recommend go to the Crispi Hunting website and look at the flex rating. That's one of the first things that I look at. I tell people to look at. Flex 1 is softest, Flex 5 stiffest, and think about it that way. This is a 4. Oh, 4.
So you'll be at a 4 here. Most of our boots are going to hit that 3 range. We feel like it's a happy medium for the average guy getting into it. But, for certain guys, certain builds, it's what they prefer. So this is going to be a stiffer option.
And by the flex, basically, that's what we're talking about, is how much you're going to flex there. Then, from there, you can look at some of the features of the boot, and it will,
it'll drive you there. So insulated, non-insulated, synthetic, heavy, or not heavy, but super lightweight, a little bit heavier with the features. So, but same great boot that everybody loves, just made some subtle upgrades. It's going to make everybody happy.
And it looks cool, too.
So it's a great looking boot.
I like it. Cool. Thanks.
Hey, we're here at the 2020 ATA show. This is the Mrs. Dopey booth. We've been in business for lots and lots of years. We haven't changed anything. We're still providing a really good, fresh, clean buck lure, and proud of what we do.
What's that? The stop it. Like it's something like right here. It's like breathing.
I should have capitalized.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm saying I'm an idiot.
Dude, ATA.
Just going around and supporting the brands we like to support. Here to endorse a few products. Mostly checking out that Hoyt R. Pretty smooth shooting. Oh yeah.
Fast.
Oh yeah. Happy to be in the Big Apple, Indianapolis.
Oh, sorry.
Oh hey, no worries. No worries. How you been?
Good.
Good to see you, brother. Yeah, good to see you. We haven't seen each other since, what was it, the finals in '97.
Yeah.
Right on the line.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's right.